All right, so here is the finished product of Christmas in the City 2025. As you can see here, the idea of using the laminate cutouts of the scrapbooking paper of the trees turned out really nicely. Another thing I really enjoyed doing was putting like those little trees right behind it to kind of give it some like three-dimensional feel. As you can see, we also put all the accessories in. This is another technique that I like to use right here of just making sure that you put like, you know, some cotton fluff filler around the bases so you don't see like the wood bases. Definitely if you have trees in the forefront. Another thing that I did over here was again kind of like giving, you know, some of the platforms, you know, just facade facing. So you can kind of see there, obviously just really fill in every like corner and crevice with a tree. It's very important. The train is operational, so I'll show how that works.
We're gliding along smoothly. We'll be at the North Pole in no time.
Another thing that I did in this update, you'll see as well, it's just kind of really giving all of the buildings, you know, some cobblestone. So basically give your village people something to rest on. See, this is a real fun street too. I really love the light post here. You know, the little subway station. Again, just really filling in with as many people and, you know, scenes that you can. So this trolley track could have been operational, but one of the things I found out just by testing some things out is this streetcar moves really fast, and you can't control the speed. And because this track was so short, it would just go like, you know, bang from both ends very fast. So I think it just works better as like a prop for this year, but I'll try to figure out something for next year as it relates to a streetcar that moves at a little slower pace. So that was the lower level, and then going up to like the Midtown level, you know, you can see Radio City. Again, just really filling in and making, well, again, making those platforms so you could have people resting or sitting. I really enjoyed, you know, kind of also just having folks on this sidewalk here with the trees. And again, over here with the skyline. Backdrop worked out really nicely. Yeah, you know, the details really just bring it together for sure. Again, I'll drop a link in the bio for how that backdrop was made. I did that for last year's village, and I was able to reuse it again for this year, and it turned out really nicely. You know, again, Midtown. Again, really kind of making sure again that you really fill that background with trees. I even used like some of the mountain pieces. I used one there. Used another one down there, so that worked out really well. You know, during the daylight, you can also see that, you know, you have like that black sheet backdrop on both this level and also this level. Looks really good at night, but during the daytime, you can kind of just still see that some light still comes through. So, you know, for future years, I would probably double the fabric so you don't get any light penetration. Yeah, but again, you know, just using the deer and the trees. I really like these trees that don't have any leaves on them. Having like a little barn and all the little deer to kind of give you, again, the rural, you know, the more residential, midtown, and uptown. So yeah, thank you everyone again for following along, and, you know, I'll kind of show kind of like how those last finishing touches were added, along with, you know, tree placement and adding this cool border to it all. But that was pretty much it for this year.